Did Eddie Hearn sign Deontay Wilder to watch him get bombed by Zhang? All right, so as you know, this was announced as the main event for the 5v5, in which Eddie Hearn is putting five of his fighters against five of Frank Warren, also known as Uncle Frank Warren's fighters. So, look, Deontay Wilder has been Anthony Joshua's nemesis for a long time. Several debates between myself and my bros have broken out over this fight, and we've never had the opportunity to see it. As time has gone past, we've got to see Deontay Wilder get exposed in many ways. And now Deontay Wilder himself has even admitted that this is a fight for his career, his fight with Zhang. And if he loses to Zhang, then it may be over for Deontay Wilder. Now, over the years, Deontay Wilder has said things about Eddie Hearn that were flat out disrespectful, and Anthony Joshua that were flat out disrespectful. But I'm going to play you a clip of something Deontay Wilder said about Eddie Hearn that was flat out disrespectful, and kind of makes it weird and ironic that you'd see Deontay Wilder with Eddie Hearn right now. All right, so let's take a listen to what Deontay Wilder had to say.
This is crazy. And I just feel sorry for the fighters that's under their stable, you know what I mean? Because that is his true mindset, to be a slave master. And like I've said it before, that's another thing I've told them during the Joshua the negotiation stuff. I said them slave masters. And, you know, and I guarantee you that family was slave masters at one point in time. I guarantee you it. For him to say that, that's crazy.
So the irony of the situation is, at the time, Deontay Wilder's career was led by PBC, Shelly. Well, I think he may still be with Shelly Finkel, but he was saying how they're slave masters and they run their fighters like slaves. But he was with PBC, and he turned down $100 million contract to fight Anthony Joshua on the zone. And then he went on to lose his belt to Tyson Fury and lose two of the three fights that they had in their trilogy. And then he went on to lose to Joseph Parker. And now he's signed to fight with Eddie Hearn, the guy who he called a slave master, saying like Eddie's actually doing good business, which would imply that his team was actually the one that snaked him. Which is what I was arguing with Deontay Wilder fans about in 2015 till the argument's dead now. Will they apologize? No, because they're not about being factual, logical. They're about pushing a narrative, pushing an agenda. But even Deontay Wilder saw through the agenda, and he said, look, I'm going to do what's best for business, my family, and my career. Deontay Wilder once turned down a $100 million contract to fight Anthony Joshua because he was loyal to Showtime, because he was told not to. He even fired Lou DiBella over getting him that meeting, all to end up fighting on the zone matchroom for his career against a dude who was an absolute beast in the first 4 rounds. Almost like Mike Tyson and Mike Tyson punch out in the first 4 rounds. But we're going to listen to what Deontay Wilder had to say about joining forces with Eddie Hearn and fighting under the Matchroom, the Zone banner. Let's listen to what Deontay Wilder had to say.
Never thought with me and old Eddie would be working together. So this is an ultimate surprise right here. And like Eddie said to Frank, you know, it's a shame that we can't work together in the business of boxing. This is what it's all about. The best fighting the best promoter going against the best promoters, to putting fighters together. And I love the scenery. I love how Your Excellency, you know, Turkey come in and his staff, and they rearrange and change the way boxing is promoted and done. And I'm looking for that acting career after. Yeah. You don't have to get hit.
So you heard what he said. He likes the way they're changing the way things are being done. And I've always made this argument to people, like, fighters fight at the end of the day. That's what they do. So I don't subscribe to the school of, you know, this person's scared of that person scared of that person. When by the time you make it to the pro level, especially at that level where Zhang is, where Wilder is. You've had a certain number of amateur fights. Deontay Wilder's bronze Olympic bronze medalist. I think Zhang is silver medalist. Like you've been in you've seen all types of people. You've been in all types of fights. Like the saying is really just true. What's the worst thing they can do? Punch me in the face? Like, are basketball players afraid to play basketball? You think they're afraid to go shoot threes and do what they do? You may get nervous about it. You may get worried about it. You know, you feel the adrenaline in your body because you're about to get into a big game, but you want those moments. They want those moments. So it's really about, like what he was saying, promotion wise. Wilder thought he was being loyal to PBC. Come to find out, you know, they wasn't doing what was in his best interest. So now Wilder took control of his own career and he's doing what's in his best interest. So a narrative I heard, you know, Eddie Hearn signed Wilder to watch him get bombed by Zhang. And you know what? I don't think that's true. I think Eddie Hearn wins either way. Let me explain. If Wilder goes out there and he gets knocked out by Zhang, he made some money. He promoted a great card with Frank Warren. Zhang moves on to emerge as a potential opponent for Anthony Joshua. And then the next time they do 5v5, it may be Joshua versus Zhang. Or that just might be a fight they make off the rip, right? And if Deontay Wilder goes out and he beats Zhang, then Deontay and knocks out Zhang, because let's be honest, there's only one way I see this. If this fight goes the distance, I'll be so disappointed. I don't see how this fight can go the distance. If Wilder knocks out Zhang, right, he revives talks about him fighting Anthony Joshua, because although Joseph Parker beat Zhang, he never dropped Zhang. He didn't put the pause on Zhang. He put the pause on him like point wise, like he put him like amateur scoring points type of victory over Zhang. He didn't dominate him. He didn't hurt him. He didn't like drop him. He didn't stop him. He didn't do that. If Wilder was able to do that to Zhang, he would revive his career. People would be like, okay, maybe we do want to see AJ Joshua now. And Eddie Hearn still wins. In fact, I think Wilder beating Zhang may end up making Eddie Hearn even more money, because one, he would have built good rapport with Deontay Wilder because he got Wilder a fight. Wilder won. He helped Wilder revive his career. So now when he sits in a room with Wilder, like, yo, let's get this done. You and AJ stand to make some big time money. Forget what AJ's making. AJ deserves the lion's share. Here's what you'll be making, Wilder. And I know how much you made with Zhang, so I know I'm giving you fair market value for your services. Let's get this fight done. So I do think if Wilder beat Zhang, then it'll definitely get us the closest we've ever been. Well, we were pretty close last time, but even closer, I think he will revive the fight with Anthony Joshua. But if Zhang knocks out Wilder, then he just promotes and makes an even better opportunity. So it's a win-win around for Eddie Hearn. So I don't think he necessarily signed Wilder to watch him get destroyed by Zhang, although we all know that that's the likely outcome. Listen, we'll get into that later. But, man, I'll put you like this. If Wilder wins this fight, this is hands down the biggest victory in his entire career. This will solidify Wilder in his career. Like, if he beats Zhang. Because right now, the most impressive thing Wilder did in his career, in my opinion, was fight to a draw with Tyson Fury. That's not necessarily a win. But that draw, to me, is more impressive than any win Wilder ever got on his entire resume. So if he gets the dub over Zhang, then to me, that would be the most impressive win on his resume. But I'll save my predictions. But at this current moment in time, and I'll just end with that. All right. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and check out the next video. I'm out. Peace.